It just shows that we're getting better. I'm very proud of this team. I think we executed down the stretch. We played hell of a defense. This is a championship team. It's Olympians, All-Stars. I think we just competed. And I think we had them on the heels. And like I said, I'm just proud of this team. I don't think we ever gave up. Nobody ever dropped their head. When they went on their runs, we went on our runs. So I'm just extremely proud of my team.
One of the best quarters the Sioux's had in a while in the first quarter. Good defensive moments throughout the game. You talked about the progress just now. Did you feel it in the game, just like stuff clicking and the team playing a little better?
Absolutely. I think this is the first time we all felt connected, and you can see it, you can feel it from everybody. When a sub came in, nothing dropped off. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, this is like I said, they're gonna make tough shots. Nothing was given to them easy. So for me, I think we just moving forward. I think we put the lead on notice that we're getting better. We're not just some pushovers.
Kelsey, that first quarter, what did you make of the team's offense? That was the highest scoring quarter you guys have had in a while.
It just goes to show like what we prepared for practice-wise and all the hard work we put in. It's just, we've always seen it. Our coach is telling this Walt Disney story about how the guy Walt Disney didn't see what Walt Disney is now, and it's kind of us. Like, we know what it took, we know what it takes, and I think for us to get through that quarter, it just goes to show the growth that we've made as a team and as a program and as an organization. So I expect, the expectation and the standard is for us to play like that, and I think you guys will see it consistently.
Similar to her, my question for her, but being so close with them and just coming up just short at the end, what did you make of all this in that last play?
I'm my own self-critic, so I feel like having that layup would have helped. Just being a playmaker and being able to make that play, I wish I would have made that play. It's not the end-all, be-all, but I'm a self-critic, so yeah. But I think it just goes to show, we can compete with anybody. Big mad respect to Aces and what they bring to the table as a program and as an organization, too. But it's just good for us right now to just kind of soak this in about our growth and everywhere we've been.
Kelsey, was it just a matter of just missing it? And I know you had that look. I could see on every hooper I've ever watched, so it's like you lucky I just didn't have one more go at it.
Yeah. I guess so. That's what my teammates said.
We taking that. We giving it to Kelsey every time. The jump shot, the layup. We gonna give it to her every time. We gonna live and die with it. I mean, she's made the shot. She's made that layup consistently for the past 4 games. So we tell her, don't hang her head, because at the end of the day, it's basketball. It happens. It's just one of them days that it just didn't go in. Both looks was clean. You live with that. The thing is, the great thing about it is that we got a game on Tuesday. We got to let it go. We got to prepare for it. We got a game on Tuesday. We leave tomorrow, so we got to let it go.
And then what was it about just the balance of overall of this game itself, especially early on? It felt like they wanted to run, but it wasn't because when you all folded or somebody stepped up. It was like each little play kind of kept you all connected in the game.
It's the Aces. He gonna execute. They gonna make tough shots. Like Asia Wilson, I think she made 6 tough baskets. It was contested. So we live with that. That's just, she's a great player. But I think she know that we not no pushover. She's gonna have to come in here and work. And I think that's what we showed tonight. At the end of the day, you have great players that's gonna make plays, and that's what they made plays down the stretch. But I don't think we ever laid down not once during the game.
Kelsey, how have you seen Melissa just off her offensive game continue to expand? She's making some shots now. Maybe last year it's she didn't even shoot that, but now it's she's doing it very confidently and has some buckets tonight where it's out.
Just credit to her preseason work and everything that she did to prepare herself, and then it's our jobs to make sure that everyone knows what people bring to the table. And as our PG, she knows that she can get lists in certain spots where she can shoot the 3. She can, once we pull up it, lay up. It's just she the jack of all trades for us. And so the more and more, I think a lot of people don't realize that this game it takes time. Yeah. Gelling, chemistry, learning people on and off the floor. That's just where we are, and that goes to Liz's growth. Your question about what she can do now compared to last year, I just think that she's made growth in her game, and we all been better teammates for her to compete and be the best player that we know she can be.
Erica, is that part of the message you tell Alita? It's going to take time. She had moments today, probably a frustration, and also had moments where she's making a bucket to put you all up to, making a big free throw, things like that.
Absolutely. She's very hard on herself. So for me as a point guard, I just try to always give her that encouragement to just keep going. She's the #1 pick. They're going to always pick on her. And everybody's going to notice about how good she is. She shoots 60%. every time she really touched the ball, it's almost like a basket. So people know that. So they're going to make everything tough for her. But like I said, she's hard on herself, and she's going to keep working. She's not going to stop. And as we keep going down the line with these games, she's just going to keep getting better and better.
Anybody else in the room? Mark, go to you on Zoom.
Hey, y'all. Question for you, Erica. Obviously, like coming down the stretch, that pass Melissa made to you, I think she had a post-up mismatch on Chelsea Gray, draw two, and then kick to the corner. That just felt like a really big moment from her developmentally where she continues to grow. Like we maybe don't see the pass like maybe that quick last year. What is that? Does anything about that stand out to you, or just in terms of seeing her growth in the game?
Absolutely. That's just the work that we've been putting in practice. Because we make those plays all the time in practice, and for her to see that just showed that she's paying attention and she's taking what we're doing in practice and then bringing it to the game. I think it was a very smart choice, and for me to just be ready. I've been struggling for the past couple of games, so to have a game like this, it feels good. You know what I mean? It just feels good to be able to contribute to my teammates, and for her to have the confidence in me as well as her new PG to make that pass and have the confidence that I'll make that shot. So I'm definitely going to give her a hug for that one.
Most definitely. Thanks, Erica.
Got one more for Rafiq.
This is Rafiq with Nothing But That Sports Talk. I got a question for Erica Wheeler. Why don't you talk a little bit about like the overall team effort and how you plan to build on it going forward in the very next game?
I think we take this same energy from executing from the beginning to the end. I think we executed well. We played great defense. And like I said, we going to prepare tomorrow, get on the bus and drive to Chicago and play Tuesday. And I think the game would be a little bit different. I think the world, and I think we saw how good we can be when we execute against the number one team. So we just build up this momentum. Yes, it hurt because we lost, but at the end of the day, the number one team beat us by 4 points. We take that and, keep our heads up and keep moving because, like I said, we have a game in 2 days. We don't have time to hang our heads.
What do you take from a game like this where you play the defending champs really well, you're ahead, like, but you can't just fight it over?
Up 10. That challenge was huge. I didn't think, I just didn't. I thought it was going to go our way right there. That put them on the free throw line. We were moving in the right direction. We're young. We've got to figure out how to close out games. That's part of a learning process. Like, you have to learn how to win at the end. The things that keep replaying in my head are the wide open looks, the great looks that just didn't fall for us. Those shots fall for us, and it's a different ballgame.
What do you think of your team's response to the way that this week has gone from losing to the Sun, coming into this game and just looking better, playing better, showing clear progress?
Same kind of thing at Connecticut. We're trying to find wins, we're right there, trying to find wins. We have some lulls that happened in the first half. We had two 2-minute periods where we let them dictate, we let them score, and we took really, really bad shots. We can't have those because really good teams, Vegas being one of the best teams in the league, really take advantage. If you take a quick shot, they're going to go down and they're going to make you pay for that quick shot. We needed to move the basketball. We needed to keep getting those great looks. Once Kelsey Mitchell caught fire, it was get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, and then it was get the ball to Kelsey Mitchell after we've had a couple ball reversals. But we just have to really learn to stop the bleeding in those lulls, find a way to get a stop, get a great shot, get shot attempts. They did a really good job on Aaliyah Boston. I look at the stat sheet, and my gosh, she only got 4 attempts. Like, that's on me. Like, I have to do better because she needs the ball in her hands. Good things happen when she has the ball. Good things happen when the ball goes into the post.
Did they explain why the challenge was unsuccessful?
They just said it was not successful, and I just had to keep moving forward. I couldn't. I was just told that they made the call from up top to a body foul, which I didn't know you could reverse or change, so I'll have to make a couple calls and figure out what that was about. I trusted Tori. She said she didn't, and from the video, it didn't look like it, but we've got to move on. We're up 10 at that point. So at the end of the day, it was, if it could have been reversed, great, but we still are in the driver's seat right there.
What did you say to Kelsey after the missed layup? I saw you kind of just pick her up, smack her on the butt.
Yeah. you know, she's the heart and soul, man. I mean, we've got a great group of people who are bought in. They're getting better every day. Kelsey Mitchell wants to win so bad, and we're right there. She's bought into what we're doing, the culture, the standards that we've set. You know, it's a challenge, and that's what we're all here for. But it just hurts when you lose a game like that. Like that is we want to keep finding wins, but that's one we could have gone home with.
Anybody else in the room? I'll go to Zoom. Vopel, question for Coach?
Yeah, Coach. This is M.A. Vopel from ESPN.com. If I could ask you two questions, and I swear this isn't something to try to get you in trouble with officiating, but I'm curious how much you guys were told in terms of what percentage of calls overturned you might expect. And the reason I ask that is, you know, obviously the officials are reviewing their own calls by their own team. And so I'm just wondering, like, if you had any idea coming into this season, like how often should we expect these to be overturned? And then I just have one question after that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that percentage-wise. I know we challenged in Atlanta and we won that challenge. It looked pretty clear on the board, on the video board, that when we challenged, we thought we would get that one too. You know, that's a good question. I mean, with it being a new rule, it's something we're learning, to trust factor with your players. But I'll have to do a little digging on that one. I'm not quite sure what that percentage would be or what they thought it could be.
And then I just want to ask you about your guard play. Obviously, you have some real young guards and then more experienced guards. I know maybe there were a few turnovers, some different things that you guys wish you could do better. But in general, how do you like the way this group of guards is developing, and how that's going to bode well for you guys, going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think it gives us a lot of options, right? I mean, we have several that we can go with, several with some size, several that can shoot the three better than others, several that can make plays, can be playmakers. It's kind of night to night. Who's got the hot hand? Erica Wheeler came out. She was 3 for 3 from 3 tonight, 6 for 10 for the game. Kelsey Mitchell, 5 for 6 from 3, 7 for 16. I mean, their efficiency is that's incredible. We've been doing excellent with our off the bench players that were coming in and getting, buckets and rebounds. I feel like Queen, every time Queen goes in, when we finish with a stat, she's like 1 point or 1 rebound away from a double-double every night that she's in, and she's effective. Just proud of these guys. I really am so proud of their fight, their work, what they're doing, how they're getting better. And Nalissa came off one time and could have taken a shot, and she swung to E-Dub in the corner for a wide open 3. Maybe we weren't getting that a couple weeks ago. That's the kind of plays we're getting now.
Go to Mark next.
Yeah, Christie, just following up on that, like you mentioned, that was what I wanted to ask about with Nalissa making that pass. That doesn't seem like something that we would have seen last year, even at times earlier on in the season. So I was wondering if you could just kind of speak on that growth from her and, how she kind of is continuing to evolve as a scorer and playmaker.
Yeah, well, that's what we need her to do. We talk a lot about what she's capable of doing from that 4 spot. If she's able to rebound and take the ball, it's kind of like Alyssa Thomas at Connecticut and all the options you get out of that. She's able to post up. She's able to get in the paint. She's able to go to work on some 5 players if there's a switch. She's able to hit the 3. I felt like she just couldn't get her confidence tonight. She was getting some good looks. But I'll go with Nalissa Smith every night. I mean, she's given us a double-double up to this game. I think she was one rebound or 1 point away. Help me out, Ryan. 1 rebound, 10 and 9. I mean, so we would have had 4 in a row. She's evolving. She's learning the game. We're learning together. We're learning that the ball moves faster in the air and not dribbling. We're learning that, you got to get downhill to make people help, to get swings, and that's what we're working on. And we got several of those tonight that really worked in our favor and knocked those shots down.
Definitely. And then going off that too, it seems like Grace just continues to get a little bit more comfortable every game she plays. and really bring a steadying quality in the half court. I was wondering what you liked about her game tonight.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Grace is getting better every day. She's gotten better every day since she got to training camp. She's learning this game. She's learning the speed and the quickness and the strength of the game. And she is getting better. She does some really good things out there. Her execution at the point, I mean, she came in, she ran offense. She went downhill, had the confidence to take a couple pull-ups. I think she probably had one she didn't take. That would have been a great shot for her. We're just teaching her. She's learning. She's watching a lot of video. High expectations for Grace Berger.
Most definitely. And then last follow-up I have, in terms of talking about like growing someone as a facilitator, like I know a lot of that is reps and getting more and more opportunities, but what things do you really emphasize and try and do daily in practice? I know you mentioned moving the ball, but what things do you do to reinforce that and make that something that keeps clicking?
Yeah. We try to run 4 out and 5 out, different looks where we're, trying to, we call it energy in the ball. We want to spread the floor. We want somebody to have to help. We want to know where that help is coming from. We do that by watching a lot of video. We break it down. We play 3-on-3. We play 4-on-4. We teach spacing. We teach post touches, paint touches, and that just doesn't mean ball in the hands of a post player. That means feet in the paint. Our percentage goes way, way up when we have a paint touch. And so we've just been trying to explain that and let them see how high our shooting percentage goes up with our wide open, uncontested shots, which we're trying to get for them when we're able to get paint touches and just get downhill.
Awesome. Thanks, Christie.
Go to Christos on Zoom.
Hello, Coach. Hope you're doing well, first of all. Despite the outcome, what are the common steps in the right direction you feel that your team has made so far, and what would you like to carry on from tonight's game?
I want them to, they're hurting right now. We've had 2 games now that were close. They're hurting, but you don't have time to think about it in this league. I mean, we've got to get ready for a really good Chicago team. I'm not sure how that game played out today with New York and Chicago, but, they're a really good team at home. They've got to watch some video in the morning. We've got to fix what we need to look at and work on from this game, but then be able to move forward. That's growth, that's maturity, and that's what we're working on tomorrow. And just get the scouting report ready for with Chicago and what we're going to see, and then what we need to do to be successful on both ends of the floor.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Finish up with Nikias.
Hi, Coach. Just had a quick question about the offense. It felt like throughout the game there was a lot of success with you guys emptying the corner or emptying a side before going into a ball screen. And on those last couple of possessions, those pick and roll shifted more to the middle of the floor. Was that just a counter to the Aces blitzing, or was there something else that you saw there that kind of made you alter that?
Yeah, no, you're right. They were blitzing on the side. They were icing really hard on the side. They were trying to take Kelsey away right there. And then we needed to be rolling, diving really hard, and we were hesitating. So just made the quick adjustment to try to put the ball more in the middle of the floor, give Kelsey the ball in the middle of the floor or E-Dub. And my gosh, I can't wait to go back and watch. But I think, we had 2 possessions in a row where we got called for offensive fouls on setting a ball screen. That was tough because we were coming off those wide open. We had a roll rise going with Melissa, which is going to be a top down for us, into Aaliyah. So we just moved it to the middle to see if we could eliminate that.